Right now, there's no cats at my house, no carriers, no litter boxes, and no late night worrying about what the cat's doing. And this is the part of fostering rescue cats that nobody really talks about.
I am so unbelievably sick.
My family lives about a 3-hour drive away, but in the middle of winter, the highway to get back home is not the greatest, so I take an hour flight to get there. But on this trip, I was battling the plague.
There is some sort of plague that is taking over Canada. I don't know what it is. But I know people in Alberta and BC that are just struggling. And I have to catch a flight home today, so you know I'm going to be wearing a mask, but I don't know. It's been 4 days and it's not getting better.
After the 5th day, it was still not better, but I had to get on that flight, so I wore a mask and I got on that plane. When you have a foster, it's an expectation that you are going to be able to foster that animal for the whole duration that the rescue has prescribed. For cats, it's usually about 2 weeks unless they find a foster to adopt in the meantime. I recently moved into this apartment, so now that my foster Sable was back at the shelter in her foster to adopt situation, I got the chance to not only order a rug, but some other items for Boxing Day. I ended up getting a few items, and I was really hoping these items would be on more sale than they were. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Boxing Day sales just weren't it this year. Things were like 5% off or 10% off. And for me, if there's going to be a sale, it should be at least a minimum of 30% off. So I'm not sure what was going on this year, but I think the Black Friday deals were better than the Boxing Day deals. It was crazy. Fostering isn't a full-time placement year-round, but it is a full-time mindset. When I'm not actively fostering, my time is spent preparing, reflecting, and building a life that supports the next cat who will walk through my door. A huge part of that is organization and also buying things that may have gotten damaged with the last foster cat that came through my door. One of the items that I'm opening in these boxes is a brand new shower curtain because Sable decided to parkour using my shower curtain, and there are tiny little kitten claw sized holes in the liner. So that is one of the things that I had to get. It's all about reset. It's about rebuilding routines. Part of those routines are going to the gym and getting ready for work and making sure that I'm fully equipped and rested to be able to show up fully when the next call for foster comes. When I am not fostering, I focus on 3 things: maintaining stability, staying connected to the foster system, and living a full life outside of caregiving. The balance is what allows me to foster long-term without burning out. And that includes getting a cute little keyboard for my office. It's just the small things that when your life is really stressful, having a keyboard that makes fun clicky sounds that soothe my brain is important to me. And I'm at a point in my life where while I don't have a ton of money, I do have some money to put towards small things like a keyboard that makes my very stressful office job that much better. I also want to shout out to Amazon for having this rug. It feels super great on the toes. I mean, I was thinking about getting that little mat inserts that they usually have in kids' play areas underneath it to make it a little bit more spongy when you walk on it. But other than that, this mat is fantastic. It was under $100 and it came in 2 days. Oh, I forgot to mention that this mat is thin on purpose because it's machine washable. And when you have foster cats or foster dogs, it's really important to have items at your house that if, an accident happens or something gets dirty, you can quickly pop it into the wash. So, yeah, that's something you can find on Amazon. You guys, let me know in the comments if you like this rug or if you think that it looks like how much I paid for it. I don't know. I'm just trying to say, like, does it look cheap or does it look like a good rug? I think it feels pretty great for the price that I paid for it. And some of these rugs are like $400 and I just don't have that money. And I won't have that money for a long time. So I'm trying to get something that looks cute, is functional, but also minding my budget because I do not live above my means. I just simply cannot. So this is the best I could do with the money that I had, with the sales that were available to me. It did not have any kind of weird smell. It also vacuums phenomenally. Like no piece of it comes out or does it get like snags at all. I was really worried that when I was vacuuming it that it would get stuck in the vacuum, but I found that none of it got stuck in the vacuum and my vacuum moved over it really, really nicely. So if you're looking for a vacuum that's really easy to if you're looking for a rug that's really easy to vacuum and is lightweight and washable, like I really would give this one a look over on Amazon, because it's cute on a budget. I really think it is. Another thing that makes fostering super easy for me is I live about a 10-minute walk from my workplace, so I can pop home when I need to. This is the keyboard that I had ended up getting. It is super cute as I struggle to find out how to open the box. It was pretty tightly packed in there, but I guess as it should be, it's a tech item. After all of that, I still was not able to open it appropriately, and it's super embarrassing because there was definitely a little notch to open it, but it was getting the best of me. Here I am giving it my all and still ended up ripping the top half, which you can't see, so just pretend like I didn't tell you. Had to flip it around because it was upside down, but eventually we got it open. This keyboard produces that creamy clicking sound, which I know you're probably like, how does an electronic item have a creamy sound? But I promise you it does. It also lights up, which I promptly figured out how to shut off. I also ended up getting this walking pad for my office because I found that sitting down for 8 hours a day sometimes was hurting my back and just not great for my overall health. However, I didn't think about how I was going to get it to my office. I do have a car, but my parkade to park in is a little bit further away from my work. So I was thinking about walking it to my office. It wasn't that heavy, so I figured, why not? Let me give it a shot.
I don't know.
I have decided to try to walk this thing a 9-minute walk to my office. I am very pleased to report that I was able to walk it to my office, and I feel very proud about that. This is me putting the batteries in. My office is looking very, very nice. When the sun sets like this, it does get toasty and it does feel very nice in there. It takes 2 AAA batteries for the remote to work, and it's a cute little remote. Here it is starting her up, and we are good to go. I don't live a glamorous life by any means. I go to work Monday to Friday at my very stressful job that has me in a chair for most of the day, so I got a walking pad to try to combat that. I foster in between to fill my cup, my soul cup. I moved from a big city to a small town for a great job opportunity, but I'm starting to feel the loneliness and the isolation that comes from that. It's really hard making
friends as an adult. I am in my late 20s and I'm feeling that now more than ever. And fostering really just helps me in the quiet moments, in the downtime, making me feel like my time is meaningful and productive, and it just makes me feel like I'm not so alone in the world, and sometimes that's important. So I'm happy to share this journey with you.